Have you ever had somebody when you were younger, or maybe even now, come up to you and say, do you want the good news or the bad news first? And I used to always hate that, because what kind of good news are you going to give me that's going to outweigh the bad news? Or is the bad news really even that bad? But do you want the good news or the bad news first? Yeah, unfortunately, you don't have a choice, because I am always a bad news first kind of guy. I'd rather have it rain and then see the sunshine afterwards. So without really taking too long to get into it, you guys know, if you guys have been on the channel for a little bit, that I was dating somebody, Jamie, and we recently decided to call it quits. We had been together for a little bit over 3.5 years, and it ultimately boiled down to us just having some very fundamentally flawed differences on some very important subjects that just could not be resolved. And that's life sometimes. Really, the hardest part about it is just the adjustments that are having to be made in the day-to-day. When you're with somebody for that long, there's a lot of things that you change, and you get accustomed to doing certain ways, and so on and so forth. If you know, you know. If not, I hope you figure it out one day. So when that ends, it's just, a lot of adjustments. Plus, speaking of good news, I do have a new puppy, Deacon, which will be the good news video after this one in the next couple of days coming out, where I officially introduce the good boy Deacon into the YouTube community. So honestly, not the best time for this to happen with the new puppy, me trying to make videos, me still trying to do the gameology stuff, do voiceovers for them, and I got a couple of other really cool opportunities coming up with that. So it's never a good time, but that's okay. We push through and we persevere. That's what we do. That's what I love to preach, and that's what I love to live by. No matter what problem it is, try to figure out a way to solve it, always. And if you can't solve it and you fail, learn from it. That's probably my one thing. If I could ever leave this life with having every person I come in contact learn something, it would be that if you fail, learn from it. Learn from it. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all that needs to be said. I don't really want to make a super long, drawn out video explaining it. Weirdly enough, this is kind of the double-edged sword of doing content. Is I love putting out videos when there's good things, but everyone also deserves to know when there's bad things. And normally it's weird for me to make a video on this, because normally I would just put my head down and focus on myself, but I've got you guys, which is something that's very new and exciting. So if you're asking, I'm doing fine. Okay, I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. Videos will resume as normal. I just wanted to explain why I'd been on a little bit of a hiatus. The next video that we have will be the vlog introducing the amazing boy Deacon. He's a handful, but he's absolutely amazing. And I'm so glad that he's a part of the family, and I can't wait for the YouTube community to truly meet him. So I think that's it. I don't really have anything else to say. Sorry if this is, a drag on your day, but I feel like it was something that needed to be addressed and brought to everyone's attention, so that we can move on from it. I can move on from it, and we continue to get better together. So that's gonna do it for me. Stay awesome. Stay yourself. I'll see you guys with some good news. Peace out, YouTube.